welcome to Warwickshire Outdoors. I've got a day off work and I've come out to try out my latest bit of cook kit, and it's the BCB Crusader MK2. I've just got to the woods. It wasn't supposed to rain according to the Met Office till around about 2 o'clock-ish, so I thought I'd get here, get the tarp up, have something to eat by the time it arrives. I am late getting here actually, but just as I've arrived, so's the hailstorm. Right, I've just stopped to put my waterproof on and the waterproof coating for the rucksack. The hail is coming down pretty heavy now, and I've just found some shelter under a tree. So I'm going to find a nice sheltered spot and I'll come back to you. So here's the tarp setup. I've secured the knots with a couple of sticks. Same with the prusset knots, secured with a couple of sticks. I tell you what I do use, carabiners. I just find them really easy to attach and detach. So if I wanted something really low, I could just put the stakes through there and they're easy to get on and off. I've done the same that end. You can see the walking pole is through the loop of the tarp. I'm utilising the carabiners again here, and it just goes down to the ground, and that's fairly secure. And I've done the same this end too, as you can see, and these are locking carabiners. So the ground sheet's in. I'm going to start unloading my stuff now. I'm only going to be out for the day. I was thinking about trying to stay out tonight, but I've got to go to work early tomorrow now. It's during the week, it's a Wednesday, and I've only got one day off this week, which is a nightmare. But as you can see, it's blue sky and the sun has come out. So I've got a Crusader Mark II cook set, which as you can see fits in the side pocket of this rucksack. That's actually the bag that it comes in. So this is what you get. You get the stove, you get the cup, which you can utilise as a bowl, and you get the aluminium cup, which is like also a cooking pot. Got myself a fork there. So no, I've made a little lid for the pot just out of some tin foil. I've got a big square, folded it over and over and over and over and over. There's about 20 different layers there, so it's quite firm and it fits an absolute treat. There's a water bottle here full of water, so I am really hungry, so let's get cooking. So this is the stove. There's a little circular bit in the bottom there for your fuel. You can use gel. I've got the BCB Fire Dragon blocks today, which I'm going to use. There's one in there. You can get a box of 24 of these for about, I don't know, £6 or £7 from Go Outdoors. And what I tend to do is utilise an old pellet tin and burn it in there. And you can also fit a trangia in there. It fits really well, and you can put some stove rope in there and soak that in spirits, and that burns really well as well. But today I'm going to use what it was designed to be used for, these alcohol blocks. These are eco-friendly. They were designed in conjunction with BCB and University of Cardiff, I think, one of the Welsh universities, designed to be eco-friendly. Pure grain alcohol they are. You can also use them as a hand sanitizer. So let's see how they work. It has actually started raining again, so I got the tarp up just in time. Now I'm utilising the Crusader bag as a food bag, and here I've got some coffee, I've got some couscous, tin of tomatoes, chopped garlic and chili flakes. I've also got a coffee filter, and I'll have a coffee later. These are Joe Hoopy Wild Camper very kindly sent me a link to where you can get these from when I asked him where he got his from. So I ordered some. They're not very expensive. You can get them on Amazon. You get a beat, or I don't know, you get about 50 of them for just a couple of £. So I'll show you how that works later. So today we're having prawns in tomato sauce and couscous. So first I need to do is get some heat on. In go the tin of tomatoes, and it goes the heat. In goes the garlic and the chilli flakes. And inside my rubbish bag, I have some prawns. Pop the lid on. There we go. Something I tend to use when I come out. I always bring out a rubbish bag. But my wife very kindly got me a supply of these Ziploc bags, which are airtight. I tend to put all my greasy, rubbishy washing up, which I can't do here, in there, and it keeps it all pretty safe. How's this getting on? Getting on nicely. You can't beat the sight of a bit of steam coming from a cooking pot in the woods. It's been cooking for, I don't know, 3-4 minutes, I suppose. It's bubbling along nicely. Stove's cooking nicely. I'll come back to you in a bit. Well, I've wanted to come out into the woods for quite a while, and this is the first real opportunity I've had for a while, what with work and being permanently ill since Christmas with viruses and colds, you name it, like most people I know have been. So I had a day off today, and I wanted to come and try this new cook kit. Now the Crusader was designed by BCB, and it's primarily designed for military use, I think, and it's designed for what it is, for use of one person to use in the field. I have seen reviews on YouTube of people, I don't know, trying to boil a gallon of water or cook a 3-course meal on it and moaning that it doesn't do the job. But basically what it's designed for is one person to cook a meal, such as that, or one person to heat up enough water for one drink. There is perhaps room for, oh, the rain's coming down heavy now, to to be able to cook for 2 people on this. Actually, that's quite a lot of food in there. And the Crusader blocks, when I've tried experimenting with them before, they tend to burn for around about 10-15, between 10 and 15 minutes, depending on the conditions, I guess. And last time I made a drink and tried to cook on something, cook on it, I needed 2 blocks basically. That's all I needed. And again, you know, I've seen reviews of people who were complaining about having to put another block on. Well, I don't know. It's not that much of a hardship, is it really? Plus you're using something that's environmentally friendly. And I think most of us who come out to the countryside and come out into the woodland like to look after the environment, don't we? I mean, how many sticks do you have to put on a fire when you're cooking? Anyway, that's just my thoughts. But anyway, designed for 1 person. I kind of like it because it's self-contained. I've actually got the metal Crusader Mark 1 cup, which I quite like. Very sturdily made. I got this from the Ramir's website. And I tend to, this is interchangeable. I can put that on top of the system instead of this one and have 2 cooking pots then, which gives you a bit more of an option, which is really cool. So we'll give this a stir. So it just gives it a bit more of an option, as I say. And it comes with the Osprey water bottle, which is more or less bomb-proof. You can get a lot of reviews on these on YouTube if you look for them. I'm just going to get another block ready, just in case I need another one. I think that food's more or less cooked. Well, it's definitely cooked. That hasn't taken long at all. See, that's well and truly cooked now, bubbling away nicely. There's still fuel left. It's probably going to go out in a couple of minutes maybe, but that's well and truly cooked. I don't need to put another block on to cook a meal. Drop a bit of couscous in there just to thicken it up, really. Turn it into more of a meal. You don't need to put a lot in. Give that a stir. That will soak in a lot of the tomato juice. You can also put a chicken stock cube in here. So basically what I have got in here is a tin of chopped tomatoes, a packet of prawns, some chili flakes, clove of garlic, pinch of salt, pinch of pepper, and that's all basically. I'm going to put the lid on that and leave it for about 2 or 3 minutes. And as you can see, that is just going out now, perfectly timed. So let's see what this is like. Lovely. You can see that's become quite thick now. Couscous has taken in a lot of the moisture, but it's not dry, still quite moist, and that's a hearty meal on a cold day. We've had some really good weather here in the UK for the last couple of weeks. And I booked this day off work. Quite frankly, I just needed the rest. And as soon as I signed the leave form, I think the weather forecast changed. Okay, I'll just put a bit of water in here, give it a good swill out, and wiped it out with a bit of kitchen roll, and it's cleaned really well. The bottom is a bit dark, and BCB do say that these blocks are clean burning, but they're not that clean, but not that dirty either really. And here's the heavy downpour that was due. This wasn't expected. Let's have some coffee. There's some hailstones too. But I'm under my tarp and I'm completely dry and it's ace. I'm gonna have a coffee. It's just like being at home. Man, that's coming down bad now. The tarp's holding up well though. And everything under here is completely dry. Water's warming up. As always happens in these situations, I'm snug under here, I'm dry. It's hailing outside and I'm dying for a wee. I guess I'm just going to have to brave it, I guess. Look at that. Oh man, ice. It's formed on the outside, look at this. The hailstones have been coming down. Look at that. Oh man, the water's boiling up now. Look at that. Look at that. I'll show you this. Look at the ice coming off here. God, it is cold there. You can see the hailstones bouncing. So all I need to do now is just pour the water slowly over the coffee and let it filter through. Lovely. it wasn't for this tarp, I'd be in real trouble now. But it's holding up well. I'm really impressed with it. I mean, this is really, really, really bad weather. If it holds up to this, it'll hold up to anything. Oh God, it's starting to collapse in the sheer weight of the hailstorm. It's not the tarp's fault, it's my setup, but look at this. Man. Look at this side. Tell you what, we have hailstorms in the UK, but they're normally pretty quick. They come and go in a couple of minutes. They're like flash storms. But look at this. My God, I was expecting hail. Not the hailstorm from hell, that's for sure. It's ace. This tarp has been a saviour today, I tell you. It's still holding up. It's gone a bit saggy in the middle, but that's because I need to tighten it up a bit. But it's just a sheer weight of hail. Look at this. Seems to be calming down a little bit now, but I have said that about 5 times already today. Man, but it's amazing if you look just how dry the main bit is. That bit over there only came in because I didn't tighten up that corner securely enough, and the corner fell in, so all the hail that had accumulated fell in on that corner. Otherwise, as you can see, I'm perfectly dry and sheltered under here otherwise. Okay, I've managed to pack up. I didn't film it, the conditions were horrendous. It just got really bad again. But this is where I've been, as you can see. You can see how much hail and ice there's been, or poles. So all in all, a good experience, I think. Learned a lot. I came to review the Crusader cups. I'll talk a bit more about it when I get home, perhaps. Also ended up realising how good that tarp is, and how you can see how much it sheltered me from that really bad weather. Let's have a look at this. Cool. So I've just noticed the first sign of bluebells coming through, the spring bluebells. I think they came out a bit prematurely, guys. You've been a bit battered, haven't you? Well guys, what a day. Came out trying to do a review of the Crusader cookset. Ended up sitting through the worst hailstorm I've ever known in my lifetime in the UK, that's for sure. And it was a great experience. I learned a lot. I set up the tarp really for not that bad of weather, but it still held up okay. And I think the BCB Mark II set is really good, as long as you use it for what it's designed for. It's designed, as I said earlier, for one person to make a drink or a meal. I cooked a meal and made about 300 mils of coffee, and I used 2 of the BCB blocks, which was enough. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to go now. Oh, by the way, the tarp I just packed up as quickly as I could, and secured it under the hood of my pack, and then just put the waterproof over the top of that. So when I get home, I'm going to unpack everything and dry everything out, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.